Joseph Epstein is a writer for the Wall Street Journal op-ed page, and he wrote an article that genuinely looks like satire, but it isn't. The dude is dead serious in what he's talking about. He said that white Anglo-Saxon Protestant rule, or white rule, as he calls it more generally, or waspocracy, as he refers to it, he says that should be what we have. He's actually arguing for a white rule system. The last one I could think of that I know about that was like official was apartheid. Is that what you want? You want apartheid rule? You want to bring back domination of one race by another? And you might think, come on, Kyle, you're exaggerating. I'll give you exactly what he says. This is him verbatim. Quote, a financier I know who grew up under the WASP standard, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant standard, not long ago told me that he thought that the subprime real estate collapse and the continuing hedge fund scandals have been brought on directly by men and women who are little more than greedy pigs, without a shred of character or concern for their clients or their country. Naturally, he added, they all have master's degrees from the best business schools in the nation. Thus far in their history, meritocrats, those earnest good students, appear to be about little more than getting on, getting ahead, and above all, getting their own. Here's the line right here, quote, the WASP leadership, for all that may be said in criticism of it, was better than that. The dude just argued against meritocracy and for WASP rule, which we had in this country until, I mean, what, you could argue maybe the first Catholic president, JFK, but even after that, it was WASP, 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 WASP until President Obama. But we had it the entire time, and you're saying, oh, just go back to that, it'll be perfect. But what was it like under George W. Bush? Was that perfect? There's your WASP rule. Dick Cheney, GW. All up in your grizzle. Are you kidding me? And I don't think I've ever heard anybody argue against meritocracy before my entire time covering politics. No, meritocracy, you know what that means? The harder you work, the further you go. Liberals, Democrats, conservatives, Republicans, all of us, to one degree or another, believe in a meritocracy. Sure, if you get up at 7 a.m., you come home at 8 o'clock at night, and you've been busting your ass all day long, you should probably make a good amount of money. You should probably make more money than somebody who might work 3 days and two hours a day, or whatever it is. But he's saying, no, meritocracy is bad. All these Ivy League educated people who did well in school, those assholes, you should do terrible like I did. No, those were bad. What we need is an established order. I mean, think about that. And this goes back to what we were talking about in the previous segment. How, my friend's father thought that, well, if an umpire makes a horrible call that ruins a perfect game for a pitcher, it doesn't matter. I prefer that system because the human element is something that's real. So therefore, even if we can prove that it was a horrible call and it was really a perfect game, doesn't matter. Keep it on the books as not a perfect game. So everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. So this guy, imagine him, in the under Herbert Hoover in the 1920s or 1900s, under George W. Bush. In his mind, he thinks the only thing that we need is just WASP rule, then that's it. Everything is perfect. But we'd had that, and it wasn't perfect. We had tremendous income inequality. We still have tremendous income inequality. We had, incredible levels of poverty, a horrendous healthcare system. All these different wars we're engaged in for no goddamn reason. And his argument is actually, put all that to the side. Don't look at it. Don't care about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is if it's WASP rule, it is right. White is right.